Alright, now, as you can see here, well, first off, you can kind of tell things are a bit different here. Well, that's because I recently picked up a fresh new camera, and, well, we'll talk a bit more on that part later. But as you can see, it's going to be pure chaos in this whole thing. Because first off, I got two groupings of 60 cars. That alone is going to be quite the trick. But with 120 cars, there must come a unique layout made for a co-op challenge. What I intend to do here is have 120 cars duking out to see who can finish it off. Do we have the left group or the right group? For the most part, what I intend to do here is go through 60 cars on this end and another 60 cars on this end. And well, hand injury. Obligatory shot as it is. But we basically have ourselves such models that you might not have seen for a while, and some others that I'm sure we've definitely not seen in probably even years. So think of this more as like a unique opportunity to get to revisit some old memories from HWH. As you probably know right now, this is the dual tower from the City collection. Parked with that, we got both of the boosters from the Stackable Boosters kit from the Track Builder Unlimited series, as well as both 180s, also coming from the Stackable Boosters kit. Combined with that, we're going to see if we have ourselves a winner via this yellow track or this yellow track. But either way you look at it, this is going to be one heck of a battle between the left and the right. So who is going to make it all the way? Well, let's find out who. We'll start off with the left grouping and see if we can wiggle it down to a good sizable chunk. Okay, so while I got 60 cars over here, I'm going to be turning the boosters on. Alright. I don't know what's going on with that booster right here, but I got it to work, thankfully. So, let's go ahead and start things off by putting in shift kicker on the orange lane and the Porsche Speedster onto the blue lane, which will be on the left side. Now all I gotta do is push the button. Oh, okay. Well. Ultimately that didn't work too well. Let's try again. I don't know, it doesn't seem like the tower is wanting to cooperate with it all too well. Might have to try something else at this point. Alright, so what I basically did here was I happened to notice that the tracks, as opposed to the outer lanes of both towers in this set, you notice how much lower they are? Well, compare that to the height of how the track goes up when it goes into the booster. It seems that the cars were slowing down pretty badly upon exiting the towers, and so by grabbing this glass casserole dish, I've heightened it up, and now it looks like we actually might be ready to go here. Alright, now, just like before, I still got the Porsche Speedster and the shift kicker. Let's see if they actually make it this time. Ah, there we go. Okay. Well, so far we got one winner here, and that's the Porsche Speedster. Our two next contestants are going to be El Viento and the Surfin' School Bus. Okay, well, I guess El Viento won that one, while Surfin' School Bus did not. Its large body design doesn't really make it worthwhile for a track like this. Thankfully, I don't have to reset anything because none of these things are manual. So that brings us to the Mercedes A-Class. Yeah, the A-Class. And Bon Voyage, a unique sailboat on wheels, as you can see here. Well, both made it, but the A-Class unfortunately is out. Yeah, finding a better place to put these cars that didn't win so far. Now we're gonna go for the Plymouth Duster on one side and Driftsta on the other. Well, okay. So Driftsta didn't make it, while the Duster did, so that's pretty good on that part. The 94 Audi Avant is going to be going up against Drone Duty. Quite a unique model for 2022. Well, it was pretty close. Drone Duty didn't quite do it though. Now an 84 Mustang SVO is going up against the Lotus Emira. Quite a nice EV. The SVO won by a long shot. And now we're going to bring in Rescue Surf Duty. Yeah, it's not Rescue Duty, it's Surf Duty. Kind of like Rescue Duty's brother in a way. Up against the Ford Fusion. That honestly could have ended a lot better. Let's try again. Oh man, well, Ford Fusion wiped out. That means we're going to be eliminating the Fusion from the competition, because now that we have those out of the way, Surf Duty is going to be moving on. But now I have Grand Cross and Cruise Bruiser. These are also two models that I love to collect. Both made it, but once again, orange prevails here. From the left group, we still have ourselves a pretty good amount of competitors here to wrangle with. So let's go bring in Mega Duty and pin him up against Gazella GT. Well, Gazella GT flopped out, so that means Mega Duty is going to advance. 68 Shelby GT500 is going up against Solar Reflex. Well, there you go. We got Shelby moving on. So, feel sorry for good old Solar Reflex. Sol Flat Racer, another model that has done outstanding in most of my layouts. But it's going to be pinned up against the Mastretta MXR. Oh! Sol Flat managed to make it and fall off as well. So, that's the latest pairing there. Now I got Bone Shaker, quite a classic. Pinning him up against the former Excel Racers model, Battle Spec. Well, unfortunately for Battle Spec, didn't quite make it. Bone Shaker, though, managed to do just that. Make it all the way through. A more obscured model that we have here, the 81 Cadillac Seville, will be pinned up against Roland Solo. This one's another pretty outstanding model that I have. And actually won a few times. Let's see if he can win again. Well, switch lanes. Let's see if one can make it better than the other. Well, Cadillac didn't quite make it through. So I'm going to have to retrieve it. Remove the Cadillac from the competition. Because now we got another pairing to work with here, and that of course is going to be Nerve Hammer and Flight 03. Oh no, Flight 03 got stuck. And he was pulling ahead too. Safe to say that you're not going to get much luck if you're on the blue side of the tower, so that's pretty much what it is. Mazda Cosmo Sports, which is another pretty obscured model out there, is going up against the Jaguar I-Pace E-Trophy. Well, what do you know? Cosmo was a little zippy, so you managed to win that one for sure. Now it's time to pin up Snowstormer, basically a little snowmobile, up against either this is Roadster or this is Fast Feline. It's probably Roadster. Yeah. We'll go with that. Well, okay. Snowstormer didn't even make it out of the tower. He just got hung up on the side, so... Well, there you go. Roadster advances. Two other models that I really like, especially when he got Sweet 16-2 in this nice pink color, as well as another rare model in my collection, the 84 Pontiac Grand Prix. Wow, okay, yeah. Sweet 16-2 was fast, but not quite fast enough to go up against the 84 Grand Prix, so we'll just simply leave it at that. MST Suzuka, this is another model you don't see very often on the channel, And it'll be facing against Geoterra. This is a model we don't see that much either, mostly because this kind of high profile look just doesn't quite cut it for models and layouts like this. Oh, okay. Neither made it. So, let's try it again. One, two, three. Oh, well, you know what? I guess we'll count that as a win. So MST Suzuka takes it, while Geoterra, well, flung out right there at the U-turn as well. Now, I do like these two models as well. We got ourselves turbocharged and the 64 Lincoln Continental. Let's see who takes the gold on this one. Well, Lincoln was pulling ahead at first, but turbocharged as soon as he went through the booster, just didn't bother trying to lose. Well, Lincoln was close, almost took the win, which would have been a complete surprise, but sorry, not this time. I guess we'll try it some other time. Anyways, though, here we got a Hot Wheels ID model known as Rally Finale. I really like this model. I really do like this model, mostly because, well, it's exclusive to the ID line. And we have a color shifters model as well, known as Bodacious. So, who's going to win this one? Well, there you go. Rally Finale took it. Made the finale as anyone would expect. So, we got ourselves a couple dozen racers to go here. Let's go ahead and get started on the next row, which will consist of Bogzilla and the 95 Camaro convertible. Well, Bogzilla didn't even make it out of the tower, so sorry. It's basically just it. Our next two contestants are going to be Hypertruck and Lolux. This model we haven't seen very often since its introduction in 2022. Whoa, okay, well. Hypertruck did good, but not quite good enough to beat out Lolux here. So, sorry. With our next models, we got ourselves Synchro, as well as the Baja Bison TS. This one's a unique hauler that we have here. Kind of like something you'd see on Mars or something. Oh, wow, okay. Synchro managed to catch up, but not quite. So, surprise, surprise, we got Baja Bison winning something here. Well, let's see if we got ourselves Ballistic or the BMW 507 as our next winner. Oh man, I figured the BMW would have done it. I guess not today. Kind of like the Porsche Speedster. Ended up flipping out at the U-turn. And we've seen plenty of other contenders flip out at those U-turns over there. And now we're going to be going on with Count Muscula as well as Backdrafter. Yeah. This kind of fire truck hasn't really had the chance to shine on the track, so how well does it do here? Oh, well, there goes the Backdrafter for you. Just fell right out of the tower. Automatic disqualification for that sort of problem. We're on to the final row here with our last dozen of racers. And with the last 10 in mind, we're going to go off with the Jeep FC on this side, and the Batman Forever Batmobile on the blue side. Okay, well, the Batmobile managed to make it, but because of the Jeep's weird tires, just didn't quite do it. So now we're going to put on two other models that I like. We have Duck and Roll, which is a model that's surprisingly done pretty good as well, despite being a rubber duck on wheels. And we have Raging Express. This one's a pretty big model, as you can see. Not really worthy for the track, but how does it do here? Well, I mean, Raging Express did pretty good on most parts. Because of its bulky size, though, it didn't quite navigate the tower that well. We have Repo Duty coming up next, and going up against Phantasm. Well, there goes Repo Duty for you. Phantasm beats him, which I'm more than proud to have here. Bifocal 2 is going to be going up next, and its opponent is the 2001 Honda Civic Si. Oh, Bifocal is pretty fast. Unfortunately, not fast enough here. This brings us to our last two components. Opponents are Invader and the Chevrolet Avalanche, which is part of the Bling series. Notice how these wheels bling out. Oh, well, sorry, Invader. And well, with that, we have part 1 of 2 complete. Well, as I take Invader over to the loser section over here, I'd like to congratulate all the winners of the left section, and with tomorrow I will bring in the right section of racers here. What we're going to do here is we're going to make this into a few different parts. So stick around for more of this stuff, and I will see you guys tomorrow with part 2.